All right. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Um, welcome to tonight's live stream, tonight's show. Good to see you, Afro Angelique, Bella Eamon. This is Jazzy. Yeah, you like the music? I thought it sounded pretty neat. Let me check the. Okay, okay. If you look at the title tonight, it's "Love, Protect, and Provide for the Black Woman." Okay, and I'm going to dig into this. Um, I always talk about the love for black women and the qualities I see in black women, the amazing qualities. And I've always had a preference for black women ever since I started dating till marriage. And, been married 28 years and still going strong. So I have love for black women. I do. And I think, through time and even today, black women, I think are the least protected group. I really do. And it's sad that it's that way. But from what I've seen, um, looking at news reports and missing persons and just the horrible stuff going on, right? We're all in danger, but I think black women take the worst of it, you know. And I want to show you a video that I pulled up, and it's a video on Malcolm X back in the 60s. And he speaks on this about black women, and about protecting black women. And we all know that Malcolm X was assassinated, right? But whenever he got into trouble, it's when he started protecting black women. I mean, truth be told. And I think for standing up for black women, he no longer, they took his life. And well, of course, he fought the powers to be in his organization. And there was some R-ing going on of young black girls at the time with the leadership that he was affiliated with. And he caught wind of it and stood up against it. And you know he was harassed, his family was attacked, and eventually they got to him. Okay. And that was sad. um and I didn't really know that much about Malcolm X. I just, a few years back, I just started researching. I just thought he was a militant guy. He didn't like white people. um of course, the civil rights was going on back then. And he had a transformation when he did his pilgrimage to Mecca, what Muslims do. And he had a change of heart when it came to white people. He started calling white men his brothers, and he had a change of heart. And sometimes, we see people a certain way, and then sometimes our hearts opened up by events and stuff. And it was just interesting back then. But when he stood up to his establishment, that's when things got bad, and that's when and he started protecting black women. Um, and he talks about how black women are the least protected, and I think that's true to this day. And it's sad to see. Yeah, Malcolm X said any black person votes Democrat is a race traitor. Yeah, he did say that. He went in on uh, Democrats. He sure did. And he talked about be aware of white liberals. They're not your friends and stuff like that. Yeah, he did get a little political. And you know, um, you can watch a movie on the guy, and you can study his life story. He started in prison. He got with Muslims, and they changed his life and stuff. And I worked in the prison system back in the day. I was a correctional officer. And there are different gangs and stuff, but there are Muslims in there. And from what I've seen in my experience, they seem to be, you know not violent or confrontational. Some can be, but it's like they're trying to change their ways and stuff. I'm a Christian. I'm not a Muslim, but I'm showing this video and what he said, and I think it applies to today um, when it comes to black women and protecting black women. And I think protecting black women isn't just the black community's responsibility; it's our nation's responsibility. I really believe that. I think all women should be protected within our country, regardless of the race, regardless of who they're dating and marrying. Okay. Yeah. Hey, pro white male leadership. Okay. Uh, yeah, I learned a lot on Malcolm X too. A lot of stuff I didn't know. Um, but I mean, it's just interesting how things turned out. It just seemed like once he started protecting black women, they came for him. And of course, in the leadership, Elijah Muhammad, you'll see in the movie, he was having relationships with young black girls, and they were coming up pregnant and stuff, and that was a scandal in itself. And he stood up to that like a man should. And yeah, it got really bad. And but anyway, uh, well, okay, I'm out of breath. Sorry, I've been running around. I've been trying to get to this live stream because I've been wanting to do it. Um, but I'm going to show you this video, and I'm going to break it down and talk about it, give my opinion on it, and you could give your opinion, and we'll talk about it. Yeah, I did watch that movie with Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X. That was a good movie, and Denzel Washington is a great actor. He's really good. Um, was so good. She thought he was Malcolm. Yeah, he played the part good, and they made him really look like him. Yeah, that was. But if you guys want to see the movie, check it out. Malcolm X by Denzel Washington. It's really a good movie. Like I said, I didn't know much about the guy before. I just started recently, a few years looking at it. Somebody brought it to my attention that me and my wife's anniversary is Malcolm X's birthday, and I just like, wow, really? And then I started looking into him. That just kind of want to know a little bit about the guy, and I learned a lot that I didn't know. Um, anyway, I thought he was like a Farrakhan dude. So I really didn't pay attention, but this man actually had character, and which I don't believe Farrakhan does. I think he's just full of bigotry and stuff. That's my opinion. So I mean, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, he did have character, and he stood up for what he believed in, and you know. But anyway, let me go ahead and get the copyright disclaimer up here, guys. Okay, this is the copyright disclaimer. Um, Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107, the uh, Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use purposes. For the purpose such as criticism, we'll have some of that. Comments, a lot of comments. News reporting. This is news reporting. It's an old story, but it was news back in the day. Teaching, we could learn something from it. Scholarship, well, if you study history, you get a scholarship, right? Research, doing research. Um, it's good to learn about history. That's part of American history. You know, and then it says, you know, it- fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. Okay, we're going to use the Fair Use Act so we can learn about it and learn some history. And this is stuff we should learn. I mean, we could always learn something, and we should, you know about the past, what happened, and I believe we should know about the past so we don't repeat it in the future. but we should not live in the past, if that makes sense. Know about it, learn from it, but don't dwell in it. Just move forward. Where our time is now, this was long ago, but we can learn a lot. Uh, all right, what'd you say about J. Edgar Hoover? Did the same to MLK. Yeah, he was watching over him. You got to understand, put bad press about Malcolm X. Yeah, Malcolm X was a controversial figure, no doubt. Okay, yeah. And J. Edgar Hoover was watching everybody. I mean, he had stuff on presidents, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. He even went to Martin Luther King's wife with stuff he uh, had on him. And that was a violation of his civil rights, no doubt about it. But I mean, he had stuff on the Kennedys, he had stuff on presidents along the way. I mean, the guy was just, collected so much information, wiretapping back in the day, you know, his agents try and find that information, secret videos, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, J. Edgar Hoover was in everybody's business. And you know what? I think he had power because he had a lot of dirt on a lot of people. He really did. So, yeah, J. Edgar Hoover was something else. And also broke up the Black Panthers. I wouldn't doubt it. I haven't studied the Black Panthers, so I don't know. But I'm sure they had stuff on them. Any controversial figure like that, they considered Malcolm X controversial. Even Martin Luther King, they considered uh, what you call it, you know, but they always considered him controversial, even though he was trying to spread love and peace and us coming together as black and white people loving each other. Um, but that was considered confrontational, or so. But anyway, yeah, happy birthday, Jessie C. Love. Happy birthday, young lady. It's today. Everybody give Jessie C. Love happy birthday. Show her some love and tell her happy birthday. Happy birthday, young lady. Good to see you. The family of Martin Luther King sued and won as the cause of the assassination. Oh, I didn't know that. Um, what's amazing is the Martin Luther King family don't believe the guy that assassinated Martin Luther King was the guy that actually did it. Did you guys hear about that? That seems, but it could have been multiple people because people love Martin Luther King and a lot of people hated him. So same thing with Malcolm X too. Uh, but yeah, happy birthday, Jesse. Everybody's showing you love. That's awesome. Hey, Indiana mom, good to see you. Okay, so now that we got the copyright disclaimer done, let's go ahead and show the video. Okay, let me pull it up here. This is years ago. I don't know what year. I know it was in the 60s. They won $1 million. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. And they should, because what they did was so wrong. They really did infringe in his civil rights. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let me get this on the screen, and I'll be stopping it in between, talking about the video.
Respected person in America.
Okay, sorry. Let me get my fat head out of the way so you guys can see the video, and you can tell it's out in the day, right? Okay, let's go ahead.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Okay, hear what he said? The most disrespected woman in America is the black woman. Okay, this is in the 1960s. Malcolm X is saying this. most disrespected, most unprotected is the black woman. Okay. Do you believe that's true to this day? Or do you think we corrected that? You think we're protecting black women like we should now? I don't think so. Whether it's in the black community, white community, or any community, I think we got a lot of work to do. I don't know about you. But anyway, oh, sorry. All right, let's continue on.
And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And then the
Okay, the respectful Elijah Muhammad says that we're supposed to honor black women, protect the black women. Actually, that guy was actually having sexual relationships with young black girls. So, but that's before Malcolm found out about it. But just a little history. But anyway, um, unless the movie's lying in the studies I see. But I say allegedly. How's that sound? The new Malcolm X? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, but thanks for the compliment. Let's continue.
only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
Okay. Interesting, right? He's saying as Muslims, they protect their women. They will send you to meet their maker. They will send if you lay hands on their women, right? And notice what he said, like white men, if they'll stand up for their women and protect them, we need to do so, or we won't be looked at as men. That is such a true statement. If we don't stick up for women, if we don't protect women, we're not men. That is straight up. And I don't care if she's in your community or not, if she's in distress and you do not protect her as a man, you are not a man no more. And you shouldn't be looked at as a man if you can't protect the women. That is straight fact. That is truth. And what he's saying is, look, if the white man can do it, why can't we? That's what he's saying. He's actually giving a white man a compliment there. Okay, if you see that, because he understands that women need to be protected. And a society will not be successful. A community won't grow and be fruitful and be successful if you're not protecting women. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do as men. But what if she dates out? I don't care. What if she cusses you out and says you ain't worth a dang? What if she says you're garbage? You still protect her as a man. Straight up. But let's continue, shall we? Okay, that's it. That was a short video. Okay. But seriously, this Malcolm X is saying this, that black women are the most disrespected and most unprotected in America. He's saying that what? Back in the 60s? But it's still that way today. Oh, Emmett Till? Yeah. He was just accused of it. He whistled and they did ungodly things to him. Now that's going too far. That's ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, they went in a frenzy because of a white woman. They sure did. Um, and I'm not saying if so, but the kid just whistled at the woman, and they sent him to meet his maker. Um, that ain't protecting your women. That's taking someone's life because you're a racist. That's what that is. Um, just stomped his foot and punched. Okay, but seriously, we need to protect women as men, and black women. You are the most disrespected. I believe that. Okay, the most unprotected, and we need, as a nation, we need to fix that, or God's judgment will be put upon us, and not just black men in their community, us as white men also, um, because they're in our community, they're part of our nation. Okay, and if we're not protecting them, we're wrong. Yeah, that was extreme. Yeah, the Emmett Till thing. Yeah, yeah, but anyway, black women are the least protected. Um, and today's even worse. Okay, pro-white male leadership. I'm not going to put that up there. Oh my goodness. Come on. But I don't know. But seriously, um, we need to protect black women. And here's the thing: it's all our responsibility. I think she was talking about somebody else. I don't know if, yeah, but you know, um, but let's not get into Emmett Till. That's not what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about protecting black women. Okay, and us as men need to do that. We need to stand up and do it. And and I was thinking, how do we protect black women? Of course, if they're in distress, yeah, and we're there, we need to do something. But I'm thinking about where we live. You know, what's going on in our life? Like where I live, there's not a lot of black women. We do have black women that live in our neighborhood, and of course, I would protect them. No problem. Like I would any other group of women. You know, um, and we should as men. And unfortunately, black women are the women most in danger, the most disrespected. And think about it. Look how people go in on black women. Talking about their hairs, their weaves, their, you know, trying to make them out to be loud and obnoxious and over sexualized and crazy. And you think Hollywood's protecting black women? No, they're not. They're putting a bad image on black women. Thinking it's funny. Society's putting a bad image on black women, an untrue image. You know, and that's actually not protecting black women. People get a misconception about black women, and most of these people don't even know black women, but they'll believe it because they hear it. Yes, because the music industry in Hollywood back then, music was very nice. Okay. Hey, Indiana mom. But I mean, look at what's going on. And I thought, how can I protect black women? And I think every man should think about this. How can you protect them? I don't have time to go roaming black neighborhoods, making sure black women are safe and all that. And, but how can you do that? And I thought about that. Could it be by uplifting black women, telling the truth about black women? Could that help? Maybe we should do a little research. What's really going on? Missing persons report with black women. Is the media really showing a lot of that? When things happen to black women, is the media going out there? Or are they putting it out, letting us know what's going on? Or are they just letting it slide? Or does anybody care? I mean, I'm just asking because we see when black men are out there and something happens with a police situation or something happens, the media goes into frenzy. You know, they're out there, and I think it is. And I don't think it's so much that the media is down for black men. They just want a story. They want something that's going to create drama, something that's going to get viewers. And the way women love black men, they'll march in the streets, they'll protest, they'll go all out. You know, and we see it all the time. It's like black women are protecting black men through and through. They go hard for black men. Am I wrong, ladies? From what I've seen, I see they do. I mean, it don't matter if, the marriage is at the bottom and stuff, they'll go hard. That's a lot of these women do. It's hard to protect black women sometimes. But think about it. How many things have happened to black women that it's there, but uh there's not really an uproar. Black men, bam. And I think it's because black women are behind it. They're pushing, they're fighting for them. They're going all out. And in my opinion, it should be the other way. It should be black men going out protecting black women. And I know people are going to come in on me and say, well, black men do. Well, I'm sure some do, but not the multitude that we're seeing. But we see black women doing it. I mean, we can have a panel, and sometimes we go in on black men, and there are black women on this panel that will fight for them hard. I mean, they're going to the paint for the black man. And I think, in my opinion, us men should be doing this for women. You'll never see Becky doing that for us white guys. There ain't no way. Yeah, she'll marry us, and she knows she's going to be taken care of and stuff. But yeah, there's no need to cape for black. But black women do. They cape for black men hard. They go in. And I think the men should be doing that. Seriously. That's our job, is to protect, provide. That's our job to fight. It's not the women's job. It's not the women's job to protest and fight for rights of men. That's men's job. I'm just saying. Social warrior, social justice warrior syndrome. Yeah, it is. And black women have been going in, and then some of these protests, some of these black women were, taken off the face of the earth, protecting black men. And in some cases, they were taken out by black men. Kind of ironic, But seriously, are we protecting black women? And some black women have come on my show and said, "Well, what are you doing to protect black women?" And I think, were they asking me what am I going to do? Because they want me to protect black women, or are they just trolling me? I think they're trolling, but I think about it, we should protect black women. And a way to protect black women? If you love them, marry them, provide for them, put a roof over their head, put a ring on their finger, show them you love them, give them protection, give them a home, give them your heart. More women would be protected if more women were married, because they would be in a household with a man instead of in a household by herself with their children. Think about that. That's a way to protect black women right there. So I say, how you ask me how I protect black women? I got a black wife, I'm protecting her. She's in my house. I bought her a house, I get provided for her. She's got a roof over her head, she's got food, she's got what she needs. And I love her with everything. That's a form of protection. Telling the true story about black women. The true image about black women, not the stereotypical image, but what we see in real life. If they're the most educated, which they are, say it. They're the most loyal, say it. And ladies, you got to think too. If a man won't protect you that's around you, you got to go to another man, seriously. If you want to be happy, protected, provided for, and providing for you is protection too. Making sure you have food and clothing, that's protection. You need that to sustain life, do you not? Making sure you're loved, letting you know how beautiful you are. Is that protection? Sure, it is. It lifts up your spirit, it makes you feel good. It makes you happy. When you're happy, you're healthy. They've done studies on this and it's been proven true. Happier people live longer because there's less stress, less crap going on. So that's a protection of black women. But they would tell you that white men won't protect you. They'll lie to you. They'll say they're going to just fetishize you. I'm just saying. But that's protection. Telling the truth about black women. Lifting them up. Letting them know how beautiful they are. And it's not hard. You just tell the truth. Black women have to do black men jobs in and out the home. Yeah, a lot of black women do. They have to carry the load for the family. They got to be the leader. And it should never be that way. A woman should never have to carry the load. That's our job as men. Stress is a killer. Yeah. So how are we going to protect black women? Tell me. Loving them, providing, giving them a home. That's the first way you can protect black women. In the black community, if black men step up and marry black women and not just, go to the bedroom and have relations, actually build a family, that would protect so many black women. And I'm not saying all are doing this, okay? I'm just saying the stats don't look good. 1 out of 4 black women getting married, that don't look good. That ain't me making this up. That's true life stats. Even the delusional doctor admits that, you know, but he don't have a solution. He just tells you stay away from the caveman and don't get caught up in the snow bunny crisis. I guess that's his solution. But I've given some solutions. Let's uplift black. Why don't we go out and start? I don't know. Start making videos about stuff that's happening to black women. You know, maybe I should start going into that a little bit. Oh, is that true? Heart disease is the number one killer due to stress. Hey, stress is not good for the heart. Even if you're super healthy, it's not. Stress is not good at all. I know we have to deal with it in life, but it's not good. It's not healthy to be stressed, worried, and sad and angry, and all the emotions that a lot of black women go through. And then they shame black women, saying that they're masculine and that they're single mothers and stuff. Who made them that way? And I see so much. I see black women say, well, I can't get with a white man because he don't understand the struggle like a black man does. Yeah, I can't get with them because systemic racism and all this stuff. And I would say to black women, okay, but what about the out of birth rate? What about the marriage rate? I would say that's systemic oppression within your own community, leaving you to raise your own kids. That's oppression. Shaming you on your looks, shaming you because you're too too dark complected. That's a form of white supremacy practiced by black people. It's weird. I see it all the time. You know, um, but seriously, and ladies, go to where you're protected. Go to the man that loves you, that deserves you. Don't be with one that demands of you. Don't go to the one you have to take care of. Domestic violence is rampant. And they'll say, well, all communities do it too. Yes, and you're right. It's across the board. It's across the board. But some communities, they're doing it more than others. And the marriage rate in the black communities is the lowest. It is what it is. I wish it wasn't that way. I really do. Because it affects our whole nation when it's like that. You know? But we're not protecting black women by laying down with them and leaving them alone and pregnant. We're destroying them. Really, think about it. You destroy a woman by impregnating her and leaving her. You know, she can make it and God can carry her through that, but how much heartbreak, how much pain, how much stress, how much loneliness, how much suffering does she have to go through? Because you were a player and a pimp instead of a husband and father. And the sad thing is we talk about racism and this and that, but you know who's really being attacked? I don't believe it's black men at all. I think it's black women. I really do. They're getting the short end of the stick through and through, and they need to be protected. And because in our society today, we're so weak and we're not being men like we should. And that's all our responsibility. And that's the way I look at it. I look at it as I look at us as our nationality. I don't look at black, white, Asian, Hispanic. We're all living in the same country. We all have the same nationality. And we need to protect the women in our nation. And these weak beta males that come out and say that they're not going to protect women, black women, because they date out or marry out, you're not being a man. I'm sorry. And that's wrong. If Becky comes in and curses me out and says I'm garbage and just runs me through the ringer, I still need to protect her because she's a woman. Because that's what we should do as men. That's what God designed us for. We got more upper body strength to protect the women, more upper body strength to go out and do the work, the hard labor. That's what we're designed to do as men. Women, you are not to bring anything to the table except your beautiful self, your love, your loyalty. Men, you bring it all to the table and you build the dang table and you build a chair for her to sit in and you let her know you love her and let her know she's the treasure. Let her know she's the prize, not you. Not you. Don't get caught up in that crap. Men are not the prize. Yes, a good man is valuable because he takes care of the family. He provides and protects. But the woman's the prize. She's the beautiful one. She's the one that's supposed to look pretty, not you, guy. You're supposed to be the rugged man that's tough, putting in the work, protecting her. And black women have done the most, accomplished the most. They're the most loving, most loyal, and we treat them like crap. And that needs to freaking change. And you know what? I'm going to do my part. I'm going to uplift black women every chance I get. I'm going to tell the truth. And you know what? I don't care whose feelings get hurt. I don't care if there's some black men out there that are, mad at me, and I don't care what you think. We're designed to protect women. And you know what? If you don't have the best stats, that's your problem. You better fix it. And if you want to go in on black women because they're the most single mothers and the divorce rate's higher than the marriage, then you need to start marrying them and stay with them. Be the father to your children. Don't leave the responsibility to her and the government. Be a man and do it. And that goes for any man that pumps and dumps a woman. You are worse than an infidel. You are garbage. You're trash. And whatever God brings down on you for not protecting your family, that's on you. I mean, seriously. And then you want to go around and say how the white man don't understand what I'm going through. And ladies that say that, I'm going in on you. Oh, he's a fetishizer. He don't understand my struggle. I get it. We don't. But you know what? A lot of us love you and want to provide for you. A lot of us want to be there, want to be men. But you don't see that. You see race loyalty. And you're protecting your man when he should be protecting you. Come with me with that crap. That's garbage. What's the solution? You know, I mean, I guess the white fetishizer is worse than the pump and dump, isn't it? Because that happens a lot. It's not racist hillbillies running through the black community doing it. I'm just going to say it. There ain't no systemic racism or white privilege denying anybody from getting married. There ain't no fetishization going on that's stopping that. The problem is men are weak. The problem is men are not men. And yeah, black women are the most unprotected. But we go down this slope, we're going to all follow suit, and pretty soon no woman's going to be protected because we're going to go and just follow the crap that's going on. It's like a disease. Once we get away from marriage, then we just have children. Then it's okay. Then we don't have a family. Our kids don't know who we are. Our community sucks. We can't protect nobody. We can't even protect ourselves because we're looking for women to provide for us. And then guess what? Our nation don't exist no more. Yeah, my apologies to hillbillies. Sorry. I'm just saying that's how some people see us. Like we're redneck racist guys running through doing crazy stuff. But serious, we go on this slippery slope and it's coming to every community, every neighborhood. Black, white, Asian, everything. And if we're not real men, it's going to be ripped out from under us. We're going to fall. Our nation ain't going to be nothing no more. You look at nations throughout history that have failed. They've gotten lazy. They didn't do what they're supposed to do. You look at the Roman Empire. Once they had the power, they got lazy. They hired other people to do their work, and they look for women to protect them and take care of them. Sweet, darling little princesses. Then we got black women out here going out getting degrees, some of them in poverty, scraping through to make it work, to provide, and then we shame them for it. And then they're not allowed to date out, marry out. They ain't allowed to do nothing. And you know what? That's a problem. That's a disgrace. Because if you cared for women in your community, you'd want them to be happy. You'd want them to be loved, even if it's from a man from a different community. You look at Ralph Richard Banks, wrote that book, is Marriage for White People. Telling black women, open up your options. He's seen the truth. He's a true man. He's not living in the collective trying to protect other men in his community. No, he's telling the truth. And he loves black women because he's telling them where to go to find love, to find somebody that's going to provide. So you weak dudes coming at me for racism and reparations and all this stuff, you can, but look, you need to take care of the women in your community. Because no matter how much reparations money you get or whatever, you're going to blow it, you're going to lose it because you don't have the morals to take care of your family. And I'm not saying all, not all, but there's a number doing it. So focused on how evil the white man is you can't provide for your community. I'm going to say it. And yeah, there's evil white men, I get it. There's racism, I get it. Our history is god awful, I get it. I'm not justifying nothing. But what I'm saying is take care of the black woman seriously. She deserves better. She deserves you to be a man and live up to it and get it from 25% to 80% marriage. And if you want to chase Becky, go ahead, but just love her and marry her. Let's do this right, guys. Let's do it. Let's marry for love, for a family. Build our nation. Build our community. Quit being beta idiots and living in the past. Let's go forward with the future. I'm not saying forget the past, but what I'm saying is come on now. Black women need protected. Black women need to be lifted up. They need to be loved. And dang it, if you're not going to do it, step aside. I'll do it. Another man like me will do it. If you can't marry them, step aside. Play around with women that like that stuff. And real men will come through and marry the black woman. I'm so sick and tired of this crap that's going on, the propaganda, all the freaking stereotypes and generalizations, and we don't even look in the community, see what's going on with our kids, the women not marrying them, having kids out of wedlock, just letting it go. Oh, but I'm oppressed. No, it's the women in your community that are oppressed. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and I don't care. I'm done. I'm done being a nice guy. I'm done sitting here being a walking disclaimer all the dang time. Because it does no good. You know, and this reparations thing, people keep hitting me with that. I'm like, you know what? If it would fix our nation and bring us together as brothers and sisters, I couldn't open my wallet fast enough. I'd give half my wealth for that in a heartbeat. But you know what? It won't be enough. We got this silly clown out there talking about free crack reparations because of the crack industry, saying, okay, white people give black people crack, so they need reparations for that. I'm just like, really? For making a bad life decision? I got family members that passed on because they did crack. I know it's evil, it's wrong. And I'm sure there's a lot of evil white people alone that did that crap. But all our hands are dirty with drugs. Come on now. But here's the thing. We need to protect black women. Seriously. And when you got your head focused on how evil the white guy is, how evil the white man is, you're losing focus on the black woman and protecting her, loving her, providing for her, providing for your children. Heck, even Malcolm X said you got to protect women. Even he was sounding the horn back in the day. And he lost his life protecting black women. I'm not a Muslim. I am not. I'm a Christian. But what he did for black women, he's got my utmost respect. What he did for black women, that is a true man. I mean, straight up. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I just went on this rant. I'm seeing some stuff that makes no sense. I'm seeing a lot of victimhood going on. Okay, and I'm not saying people ain't victims, but I think it's played out so much. And people are losing focus on this, and black women are being left by the side. And I love black women. I do. I think they should have the best choices in life. I think black women should have anything they want in life. I think they should have the best men. You know, I think whether it's white or black or Asian or whatever, they should have the best man. And unfortunately, it's not happening. I mean, it's rare. Black women are finding good husbands, but they're not getting treated nearly as well as they should. And it's sad. It's disgusting. And I've seen it all my life. And what can we do as a nation to fix this? How can we make it better? You know, if you love black women, marry them. If she loves you and accepts your hand in marriage, provide for her. That's one way. How about uplifting black women? How about tell them how beautiful and wonderful they are? How about giving them some praise for their accomplishments? If they're the most educated like they are, say it. Give them praise. They deserve, they deserve a pat on the back, a hug, and, some praise. That's an accomplishment. A lot of black women have less resources than other people. A lot of them are single mothers. A lot of them are going through hard things, and they put their faith in men in their community, and they've been let down. And then what gets me is a man that steps up and marries a black woman that's got children is considered weak or ashamed. Oh, he's a simp because he married that woman that has a child or a couple children. No, that's a good man, and that's something we need because children need a father. Children need a father, even if it's not the biological father. They need a positive role model in their family, especially if they're boys. They need the man to teach the boy to be a man. Women cannot do that. They try, they give it their best. A lot of times men are coddled because they come from a single mother because she don't have a man in her life, so she clings to that boy. And it's not her fault. It's missing. And that's the closest man in her life. So she, and sometimes the girls are left to the side because of that. And it's not healthy. Yeah, you busted your butts for your degrees. Darn right. And instead of praising black women for doing that, we go in on them, right? I see men going on black women. Well, you think you're so good with your degree? Degrees don't mean nothing. They don't. Men don't care about that. Really? That shows character. That shows that woman's working hard. She's trying to improve. So if you get a woman like that as a wife, what's she going to do in your marriage? She's going to try to improve, right? Where your marriage is struggling a little bit, she's going to try to improve it. She's going to try to be the best wife she can. That's character. That's something black women have is character, and we don't even show it. Oh, but these guys say, "Oh yeah, you think black women are great? Guess what? They have the highest divorce rate. They're the most single mothers. This and that." Okay, genius. Who made them that way? Because she was a ride or die for you. Now you just put her through the ringer. I mean, you know what? You want to know truth? Observe, study, look at stats, look at what's going on, look at the truth. Don't look at propaganda, what people think or what they want you to believe. Search the truth. And being a failure, should not be an option for a man. And because another group has failures in their community too, does not excuse your failure. I can't be a failure and say, well, that black guy is a failure too, or that Hispanic guy's not doing anything. So what's that mean? You just joined the failures club. So what? Dumb men talking about weave, nails, makeup, but don't build it. Well, because they're too focused on weave, nails, and makeup. I mean, seriously, I don't understand why men get so mad about women with a weave or the makeup thing. Or I mean, I'm not a big weave fan. I'll be honest, but it does look beautiful at first, but it grows out quickly. I'm not, you know. But if my wife wants to wear a weave, she can, and she has. I'm okay with it. I mean, why? I mean, I love when she wears braids. I think that looks beautiful. But sometimes she wants to wear a different hairstyle, and that's her choice. But that's silly to talk about that stuff. I mean, I don't know. How about we talk about how we can uplift black women? How about we talk about how we can improve black women's life by being a good husband, by being a good father? Why don't we talk about that? And I tell you, and people have warned my wife about me and other black women I've dated because I'm a white guy and I'm just naturally evil, right? But I tell you, my marriage has lasted more than a lot of people. My wife has a home. My wife has a husband that loves her with every bit of my heart. You know, but I see this going on. And you know what? And when I started dating, I told my friends that I loved black girls back in the day when I was a teenager. And they said, you know what? Why? They're not going to like you. They're not going to be interested in you. Most of them won't date you. You know what? That wasn't even a thing. Because you know what I needed? I only need one. I don't care if 80% will date me or only 8%. I'm going to find that one woman that will love me. And I knew black women were the best choice by their character, by the love they have. I knew it back as a teenager. So that was the best choice. How black women feel about me or not, has nothing to do with my desire and my love for black women. And I wasn't going to be denied. I was going to find that one that loves me. If it's only one, I'm going to find her. Yes. Yeah, J10, I'm wearing the Nashville Predators. Yes. I love this jersey. The saber-tooth tiger on there. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And maybe one day I'll move to Tennessee. I'm just looking at that place. Ooh, getting closer to retirement for real this time. So me and my wife Sandy were looking at different places to go. Something uh where it's nice to live, but the cost of living ain't all that ain't that high, because once we're retired, we don't, we're not going to have to work. Then we're setting up a nice nest egg. I'll have a couple pensions going. She'll have hers, so we'll be set financially. I'm just looking for Texas. Yeah, we've been looking at Texas. Yeah. Um, you know, we love San Antonio. That's nice. Dallas area, you know, the nice area in Dallas. There's some rough places there, but I mean, uh, but anyway, hey guys, hey, I got to show you this next video, okay? And check this out. Um, you know, I've been thinking about this for so long, getting into politics and stuff, and I put together an exploratory committee, right? And I've looked at my YouTube channel, and we're 6,000 strong, right? I think we still are. Let me make sure I didn't lose nobody. I got to hold on because I got my political career at stake here. Okay, 6,440, right? That's what the analytics say. Check this out. Now, I put together an exploratory committee, right? And I'm not that popular, so I had to do things the kind of back way. I had to sneak into places to give a speech, and 644. Um, yeah, and I had to do this, but check this out. Um, and I don't mean to get into politics, but I got to run seriously. Um, you look at our president today, and and presidents of the past, and you know, have they really been good? Have they really helped our country? Are they good presidents? Right? Um, I was in Washington a while back, and Biden was speaking, and he was at the Rose Garden at the White House, and I'm sitting there, and somehow I got lucky, and got access to go see him speak, and I was like, and I was like, dreaming that I could run one day for president, right? And check this out, and you know the I, I'm so slick I could get the Secret Service didn't catch me. Um, but after this, hopefully I'm elected till they get wind of this. But seriously, I'm going to run. Check this out. Are you guys ready? You want to see it? You ain't gonna believe this. But anyway, and I think I'm going to form a new party. Um, you know, and look, once hey, if I'm elected, black women will be known as the most beautiful woman on earth in America. And swirling to investment, you'll get a tax credit for that. Okay, you'll get some extra tax money for opening up your options. And you know what, Tyrone and Becky, I'll throw you a few coins too. But the haters that want to stop interracial marriages and stuff, well, you're going to have an extra tax added to you. Um, but anyway, without further ado, and this is my first political speech, okay? And I did it in a hockey jersey. I want to be different. I didn't want to wear a suit for this. Just being me in the Roadrunner fashion. But here we go, guys. Hello, my fellow Americans. This is the Roadrunner 89, and I'm running for president in 2024 or 2028 or whenever. So get out there and vote. Remember, Roadrunner 89. And I think I could do a better job than the last president, this president, and many other ones. So get out there and vote. See you at the polls. Okay, what do you think? Do I got your vote? I mean, there's what, 350 billion in America, and I got 6,000 subscribers. I know there's work to be done, but what do you think? Yeah, well, that was Sandy giggling in the background. Yeah, but hey, Joe was getting a little sleepy. He had to take his nap, so I jumped in, and I had to had to do my campaign some way. I'm on a low budget right now, so but um, I'm running. What do you think? 2024? There you go. All right. Um, but yeah, that's but yeah, I had to shave real quick, and then I grew my little beard back. So that was pretty fun though. But all seriousness, that was funny. But that picture there, that video, that was done in San Antonio when me and my wife went on vacation in San Antonio, Texas. There was a wax museum we went into, and they had like a podium with the White House in the background. You could take pictures like you're giving a speech. And I made that little video just to be funny. And but anyway, but yeah, get out there and vote. Roadrunner 89, 2024. Let's take it back. This is our country. Uh, you know what? And I'll have the Secret Service out there. Anybody that goes in on black women, they'll be taken down. But anyway, but all seriousness, guys. Tonight's message, okay? Right? It's about protecting black women. That's what the message is. Okay? I love black women, and I've stated it over and over. My wife is a black woman. I've been married to her for 28 years. Okay? So I'm starting to take this stuff a little personal, because when black women are mistreated, it's almost like my wife's mistreated, even though I might not even know that person. It's like if someone says something racist, I gotta stand up to it, because they're really going in on my wife and my children. You know, so oh, thank you, sweet meets Aries. Thank you so much. That's sweet. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. Um, but seriously, my wife's a black woman. Been married 28 years. I love black women, and I and I tell you guys, I get happy when I see black women being successful and doing amazing things. I like seeing that. Um, Even though I'm a white guy, but I love black women. I have the deepest respect for black women. I have the deepest love for black women. And the thing of it is, and I tell you a story. As a 5-year-old boy, I had, you know, love for a black woman. She was 17, I was 5. She was my babysitter, and I didn't look at her like a woman, like I would a woman, right? So I was a boy then, but I felt the love, and having teenage parents. My mom was real young at the time, so I didn't have that uh, mother son relationship I always wanted. But it is what it is. But I felt love from then, and then growing up through my life, and black women have been a blessing to me, and that's been my preference. And it's not just outside looks; it's what's in their heart, their character. The love that black women have is the love that comes from God, and I felt that love, and I've been hooked ever since. What's that, honey bear? For biracial kids, Sawyer, I will call in for. Okay, nice. J10, never stop verbalizing your love for black women. Oh, I'm not. This is what I love to do, and this is how I feel. And the thing of it is I live my life by what I'm saying. I love black women, and I married a black woman. If you look at my life, interracial marriage, that's my life. You know, People look at the swirling thing and getting together interracially like it's trendy, and it is, but for me, it's a way of life. You know, and being with black women along the way, it hasn't been, it's been tough at times because a lot of people don't like that. You had to fight through that, the negativity, the attacks. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's well worth it. I'd do it a million times over because black women are the best choice. Black women, are the best and deserve the best. And we need to protect black women. We really do. We need, and I've been thinking about this, and how can we protect them? It starts with telling the truth about black women, giving them their props for what they do, having love for black women, you know, standing up for black women. Us as men need to stand up for women, seriously. But, I know it's a rant tonight, but black women are left by the side and not treated right. And I will say, not just in the black community, but white community, Asian community, Hispanic. I think we all need to show love and protect black women. And that's not to say don't protect the other women, because we should protect all women. But black women, like Malcolm X said back in the day, black women are the most disrespected and least protected. And sadly, what was true back then is true today. And it don't need to be that way. And I would say, ladies, open up your options. Okay, don't just jump in a interracial relationship. Go for the best man, and make sure you know you're healed from anything that's going on. Okay, we all have things going on in our life, emotional, um, some hurt, some pain. if you're going to get in an interracial relationship, make sure you're healthy and make sure you vet that man, you know, because there's good and bad everywhere. And marriages with black women and white men, the stats look good, but that don't mean you're not going to find someone that's an idiot. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And anyway, guys, I'm going to have to close this out. I didn't have a panel tonight because um, we're having dinner here soon. Me, my wife, and my daughter. But I felt I had to get this out. And next live I do, I will have a panel. You know, I will bring you guys up. But tonight I got to cut it a little short. Um, but I love you guys. And ladies, keep your head up, ladies. Ladies, you're doing amazing things. Black women, I don't know all you go through. I don't know what you've been through, but I do know I love you, and I know you're amazing, and I do see the accomplishments you do, both in the media and in real life. I work around a couple awesome black women that are very successful, very sweet and beautiful, and just loving women. And that's how I see the black woman. Professional, a lot of them traditional, really loving. You know, black women have a lot of character, and you deserve to be with the best. Do not sell yourself short, ladies. You're more valuable than that. You know, but I do love you guys, and I'll see you on the next live. Um, I don't know. I'll probably go Tuesday or Wednesday this week. I might drop a video. Um, and the next one we'll have a panel. So if you guys want to come up, and I'll put some choices out there tomorrow. I'll put like open topic night if you just want to come in and talk about anything, or I'll put some choices out there. If you got any ideas you want me to talk about, or you want to have a panel discussion about, just let me know. Send me an email, and you know, and we can do this. Let us know when it's a panel for kids. Okay, well, how old are the kids, Honey Bear? What are we looking at? I mean, I was thinking about doing a panel. Hey, Moonchild, good to see you. Nova Dolphin, good to see you too. Um, I was thinking about doing a panel with biracial children. I want to get my daughters in on this if I could talk them into it. Um, it'll be an avatar because I don't want people looking at my kid. But I would like to do uh, a live about interracial children, because those of us in interracial marriages, black women, white men, we have biracial children, and there's biracial children from black men and white women, and I'd like to get their perspective on things, what they think, what they've been through, the challenges of having parents from different cultures. How do they deal with it? How did their parents raise them? What's their outlook on it? That would be something to learn from. And I tell you, when you raise biracial kids, you got to talk about the white and black thing. You got to talk about racism and stuff they might be faced with. And with me and my wife, we've always tried to teach them to love their family, both sides, and not be biased from one over the other. Yeah, I am finished. Sorry. it's hard for me to say goodbye. But yeah, I gotta close down. My wife and daughter are waiting for me. We're gonna have dinner together. My wife's in there cooking right now. But guys, thank you so much. God bless you, your families, and ladies. You are the treasure. You're the prize, and don't let nobody tell you different. Okay? Yeah. Well, it's late because my daughter had to work, and we wanted to have a special dinner tonight, and my wife's making enchiladas tonight, and she makes the best enchiladas. So that's what my daughter wanted, and I wanted. We're spoiled, so we're eating a little late, but I'm off tomorrow, so you know we both got the day off, so we're going to take it easy. Probably stay up a little late and spend time together, um, but anyway, guys, ladies, gentlemen, have a good night. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you on the next live. Next one, we'll have a panel. But let me know what you want to talk about. I'll put some choices tomorrow, okay? I got to think a little bit about what we can talk about. Where's your invite? Come on down, J10. Uh, just get on I-40. It takes you all the way to my town. Serious. And it runs through where you're at. So all you got to do is hit the interstate. It's about probably like 800 miles or something. 900 maybe. I don't know. I have to look in the thing. Um, but anyway, have a good night, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And seriously, and men out there watching this, you love black women, stand up for black women. Show your love. Okay? And seriously, you know, like Malcolm said back in the day, as men, we need to protect the women, or we're not real men. And that's straight up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that, Honey Bear. We can do that one night. We set that up. That would be a good show. Um, 800 miles across Texas. Yeah. But anyway, let me go ahead and go. Thank you guys. Have a blessed night, and I'll see you on the next live. And ladies, hold your head up high. You deserve the best because you are the best. Okay? And I'll see you on the next live. Look for it Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay?